What's up? It's like some women have a man and some women don't. And one thing you can't do as a woman with a man is be around women who don't love and respect men. We don't have to be all judgmental and say, well, I can't be with a man who doesn't have a father, doesn't have a mother, and things like that. Because, to be honest with you, we don't know the conditions of the household. So just because there's the mother and the father and a family structure and a unit, that's just an example or outline. That is not true instruction, even though we would understand intuitively what to do to create a family. What has to happen is, first of all, you need to stay positive. And you got to stay away from a lot of negative influences. Because people that haven't been in relationships and don't understand relationships or did not learn about them can't give you the best advice. All they can really do is bring you down. Now, I can't say that I would be even crazy enough to listen to anybody that has no marriage experience, because I'm married. It's not necessarily about what's going on. It's about the dynamic that you create. Just like anything else in life, you got to think positive if you want things to work for you. Hold on. Got to walk through this gate. So, the other day, I had remembered that we could sit up there and manifest money. Now, if we can manifest miracles beyond regular understanding, then we have to understand we have to do that for our relationships and family members too. Because to really be honest with you, no matter who they are, what they do to you, you can change that. You can change that. Okay? Now, let me tell you what happened the other day. So me and my husband, we weren't going through the best. My husband says to me one day, and it's so crazy. He says, when you realize that you're being toxic, then it'll all work out. You know, a lot of women don't understand that they're the leadership of their relationship. That the man is the physical manifestation of what you're feeling, thinking as a woman. And that a partner, opposite or the same sex, is going to show you who you are, because only people that vibrate your energy can be around you. So it's either that you have to raise your vibration, or you can't be around certain people without raising their vibration. Meaning, you know, just putting them on your level. And like having fun, being happy, things like that. Nobody wants to be around a miserable person. Unfortunately, I feel as though men, not to be negative, unfortunately, I feel as though men, they're not going to say, oh, well, you know, I can feel your vibes and your vibes are off and, you know, that's why the situation's going on. Some men might not say that. Some men might. If you really want your man, stop being negative. Stop listening to other people. Stop trying to relate to them, because they're not important. You got to realize that in this time and age, having a husband is miraculous and it's from God. If you're not waking up and praying, you're not going to keep your husband. And you're not going to keep your boyfriend unless y'all going towards marriage, because God don't play that. Especially when that person's not spiritually healthy. You got to think positive themes. You got to start to think about what you want out of life. Now, I'm understanding at the same time, this shit sounds scary as shit. This nigga's cane hitting the fucking pavement. It's creepy as fuck. Look, it doesn't sound like a scary movie. And I'm in the subway. And I'm all alone. Okay, this is where I like to chill at. That's where I like to chill at. So the other day I started to think positive. We were having a situation in our relationship. I couldn't blame it on voodoo this time. I couldn't blame it on, anything going on with him, because it doesn't matter. I'm starting to understand circumstances do not matter. You manifest what you want. Imagine and visualize everything that you want with that person inside of your head. Don't even think about nothing else. When something negative start coming up, your girlfriend start talking negative, saying something negative, you remember in your mind that that's her problem and that your problem is your situation or your solution. because it was so much going on in my relationship. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was going to marriage counseling. We was trying to do everything to make the relationship work. One day we just started to say, let's just think positive. Whatever happened in the past, let it go, because we don't understand everything that we do. And we're going through a lot of healing changes. If that nigga's not beating your ass, you should stick around. And look, this is the other part. I done went to readers and psychics and said, or asked if that person's my person. So that's the reason why I decided to invest so much. If you know that person's not your person and you invest in, you selling yourself short and you settling, period. Some people go through things and they can change. They have a transitional period. Sometimes people meet people in transitional periods, because transitional periods is when people create their lives. You know, if you don't like the partner that you have, you can create a new one. But it's nothing like having that partner from God. Like, I know I was praying one day. I said, God, I don't know if I'm supposed to get married. I don't know if I'm supposed to have kids. That's not my thing. I don't really want that. And you know, it was crazy, the blessing that I was getting ready to throw away, because I understand this world that we live in and the society that we live in doesn't really support those ideas. We don't really understand what it is that makes that happen. It is a person's desire. We could say it's from Disney. We could say, you know, it's from watching our families grow up and be in love. But when we're attracted to somebody and we love them, we want to build a life with them. Although instructions, suggestions doesn't really work. What works is faith. What works is unconditional love, meaning that you don't look at that person's flaws, faults, and situations, get frustrated, and now take away your love and start being negative and start nagging and shit, because that is not unconditional love. That's conditional love. That's saying, well, you know, if I'm comfortable, I'll love you. And love is an action verb. It's not a vibe. You know what I mean? You have to show that person that you love them and respect them. You know what I mean? Appreciation and encouragement. You can have everything that you want out of life. You really can. If you get disciplined about it, you say, nope, the world is falling apart. I'm good. Psalm 91. The world is falling apart, but I'm good. Remember that. Psalm 45 and Psalm 46 is really helpful too. Sometimes I light candles. I have a whole prayer candle business. I pray over the candles and I send them out. This stuff works for people. People getting jobs, people having miracles in their life, physical miracles. I just lit a health and healing candle for my back. I had back problems, going to back therapy, going to physical therapy. And then all of a sudden it's gone. It's just thinking positive. It's feeling like, okay, if there's a way, I'm going to find one. And I have cracked the code. I've been going through all these problems just to understand what to do. And I've cracked the code. Circumstances do not matter. You really have to learn how to ignore what's going on and get into your own delusional state and visualize, close the motherfucking eyes, cut that TV off when your kids are asleep. Before you go to sleep, think about the life that you want to have. Because a lot of people are asking me, what's my secret sauce and all this shit? You know, why are you getting it out of life? And because it's my mentality. I'm scared to think different because I won't be able to survive. And I had a lot of people understand completely about manifestation because I taught them, and then try to test me and come at me. And, you know, like me and my mom, I'm telling her, you know, let's not use the word broke. Me and her working on certain things. Don't use the word broke. You know what I mean? Don't use the word anything broke, because that means that you're broke and broken as a person. It's so much deeper than that. Y'all really need to understand that. Sometimes it's not even about chasing a man. Sometimes it is about understanding self. Because there's been situations where I feel like God pulled me away from my husband so we can both heal and understand how to upgrade our relationship and ascend as individuals. That's really the truth. Like, and my husband don't say a lot, so I'll be so fucking confused. I could ask him questions though. Anyway, my train is coming. Listen, ladies, if you don't know what love is, I will post it. It's an energy and a frequency, and you can live on it. I'll do a part 2.